The lenses have gears.
There's kind of this middle ground here where you can either get like really cheap lenses or you can spend $20,000 to $40,000 for the most expensive lenses. And we're kind of in between that. We've been using these lenses for several months now on real shoots, and we love them. Here's the question, are these the world's cheapest cine zooms? I think they are. The lenses that are the most comparable to these two lenses. First, obviously, the Sigma 18-35 and 50-100 lenses from Sigma, right? They make these. Now the glass inside of them is the same as their photo lenses, but a pair of these will cost you $8,500. If we're looking outside of Sigma to another brand for a set of cine zooms with this kind of aperture, a T2, we're looking at the Angenieux Super 35 Easy 1 and Easy 2 lens kit. B&H sells this for $22,440. There's a YouTuber I follow, his name's Potato Jet, and he uses these lenses all the time and he loves them.
Do you think you're gonna notice a difference having this versus just like a Canon zoom on there?
I do know that there's a lot of qualities that come out of the lens that will definitely be transferred over to the image.
And they're very well made, but they're also very expensive. So here's the deal. If you want cinema lenses that are zooms that have a fast aperture, you're probably gonna be paying a lot of money. And that's what we thought too. We thought it was impossible. We thought we wouldn't be able to do it until we found these lenses from Cinematics. Now, the two lenses, the 18-35 and the 50-100, modified for cinema from Cinematics, are $3,468. That included shipping for us. A few specs on these Sigma photo lenses rehoused by Cinematics. The housing is aluminum. These lenses both have a constant aperture of T2, which is an equivalent of f1.8. They come with Cine gears with hard stops for zoom, focus, and iris. The 18-35 weighs 3.5 pounds, making it 1.72 pounds heavier than the Sigma photo lens. The 50-100 weighs 5.1 pounds, making it 1.82 pounds heavier than the Sigma photo lens. The front diameter of both lenses is 114 millimeters, the industry standard for cine lenses. Both lenses retain their front filter threads. The lenses are EF, but you can also choose Nikon or PL if you wish. Both lenses ship with free lens covers. Warren Kawamoto says, "You get what you pay for. Are these rejects from the production line? Maybe they're misaligned or have a higher chromatic aberration than normal. There must be something that's defective somewhere for it to be half the price." I thought so too. It's not the case. These are great lenses. The glass is wonderful. It's Sigma glass, and they've been rehoused in China by a company called Cinematics. And for some reason, they're charging like nothing compared to Sigma. Here's the biggest problem that people have with these lenses: the focus breathing, specifically the focus breathing on the 50-100. When you focus on something far away and then focus on something close up or vice versa, it looks like the lens is zooming in or zooming out quite a bit. It's like very obvious. I've never seen such bad focus breathing on any lens ever.
When you rack focus, you feel it, and like some people don't like that because it's too much, but I kind of like it, even that. It has a certain like cinematic quality to it.
Kind of warping, yeah.
So when you buy the Sigma modified lenses from Cinematics, this is what you're paying for. A new cinema housing with a 114 millimeter front diameter. You're getting hard stops for focus and zoom. You're getting a declicked aperture and aperture gears, and I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't. But these lenses from Cinematics are Parfocal, as near as any lenses we've ever tested. When I'm using these lenses, if I'm filming an interview and there's an emotional thing that somebody is saying, I can zoom in and the image stays perfectly sharp. It's great. With our photo lenses, we could never do that. I would have to refocus and that part of the interview would be lost. Hey, bud, you've been sitting out here for like 2 hours. What's wrong? Look, I just needed some alone time. Is that too much to ask? Jeez. Is this about the video? Of course, it's about the video, genius. Did you find the song you needed for it? No! I think I'm gonna stay out here forever. I can eat grass for nourishment. I can make a bed out of leaves. I can drink rainwater. Here's a question. Have you tried Artlist? No. What's Artlist? It's an incredible music site where you can download royalty-free songs. I'm sure you'll find what you need there. I use their music for like every video I make. Is it cheap? Because I don't have a lot of money. Yes, the music is super high quality, and it's either $200 a year or $16.60 a month. Some music sites charge like $50 a song or more. It's crazy. Artlist is like super great. Thanks. I think I might come inside now. If only I get 2 months for free. There's a link in the description that'll give you 2 months for free. I think I might come inside now. Nope, you smell. You should stay out here. Okay, so when people are first getting into filmmaking, they're buying cheaper lenses. They're buying Rokinon Cine lenses, or something even cheaper than that. And as we continue in the industry and we work up and up to bigger, more expensive equipment, there's kind of this middle ground here where you can either get like really cheap lenses, or you can spend $20,000 to $40,000 for the most expensive lenses. And we're kind of in between that right now. We don't want the cheapest lenses. We want some more capabilities of the more expensive lenses. And I feel like these lenses fit somewhere in the middle because they're modified. They have a lot of the characteristics of the higher end lenses. Not quite, but close. And they're way cheaper than those expensive lenses. And so for somebody like us, if you're in a position like us, these are a great option. These probably aren't your first lenses that you'll ever buy. This is somewhere down the road when you've realized that you need these capabilities, these Cine lenses. SpritzCam says, I'd be cautious in recommending these. The ones I tested had rather inaccurate distance markings, which is one of the major benefits of going to a cinema lens in the first place. You can't pull focus accurately without accurate marks. So I'm failing to see the benefit of these over the much lighter weight photo versions modded with cheap Cine gears. On a real rehousing of these like the GL Optics or Cinema's own Cine Prime, you get perfect marks. Yes, that is true. We measured the focus marks on these lenses. Some of them were accurate, some of the marks, and some of them were a little bit off. Now, I'm gonna tell you, way back in the day when they shot on film and they didn't have any screens to monitor the focus, they would measure shots that mattered, the close-ups. They would get a measuring tape out and they would measure how far away the camera was. But that doesn't matter now because we have screens. And when we pull focus, we use monitors. And we set our focus points, and we don't even look at the lens when we do that. Now, professional, real focus pullers on real sets, yes, they're looking at the markings on lenses. They're also not using Cine mod lenses from Sigma. They're using actual lenses because they can afford them. When we were testing the focus marks on these lenses, it seemed like when the lens was close, it was more accurate, and the further away it got, the more inaccurate it was. So on the 50 to 100, at 3 feet, the focus mark on our lens was right on. At 5 feet, it was right on. At 7 feet, it was a little bit more off, and then on and on and on until 18 feet. I think it was about a foot off from, it was 17 feet focus instead of 18 feet. So the focus marks on these lenses do give you an approximate. They're not completely off. Photo lenses also don't have exact focus marks. They're an approximate. If you want exact focus marks, then yes, there are more expensive lenses out there. Be my guest, buy them. But if you don't have the money, then don't, and these are a great option. The flare characteristics on these lenses is just great. I love the way the flares look. Sigma has really, really great glass.
And it's nice because most prime lenses are T2. There's not many zooms that are T2. So it's kind of like a prime for how fast it is. And so having the bokeh is very nice fall off for being wide open at a 2 and still maintaining sharpness wide open, which is great.
I love having a declicked aperture because the light is changing, natural light changes. And when you're in the middle of a shot and you need to adjust exposure and you're rolling, if you can slowly change that iris with the declicked aperture, then you can keep that part of the image. But if you're using a photo lens, we always know, we know that horrible click. The image quickly changes to be, more higher exposure or lower exposure, and it ruins that part of the shot. This is just a step up for us. We didn't want to shell out $30,000, $40,000 for glass when the benefits on that glass are so incremental. It's the law of diminishing returns. So let us know, what do you think? Are these the world's cheapest Cine zoom lenses, or are there others out there? If you didn't like this video for any reason, please give us a big thumbs down and leave a negative comment. Also, please do not subscribe. We already have enough subscribers as it is.